again, and welcome back. Let's start with a quick review. We now have two paths to our goal, a secular one and a spiritual one. The secular path, the way, let go of your need to control others. The spiritual way, the path, meditation, the art of allowing the itch to be. Transmutation, forgive them for they know not the truth, and move on up the circle. Divide and conquer creates the space you need to see the it in you. Okay, let's move on with the way. Let go of your need to control others. The fundamental truth of reality that it is not okay to force someone against their will is the core concept behind free will. Without it, you can't have free will. You are free to do as I say, or I will punish you is not free will. It is the bargain the master makes with the slave. Unmasking the not-so-evil genius. It seems to me that if God is all there is, then you really could not choose God. I mean, it seems like you have to have at least two things to choose from to have a choice. So it appears Maya is needful and serves a valuable purpose, until you let go of the need to control others. Okay, I would like to give you an example of your belief that it is okay to force someone against their will that you may not have considered before. Pop, Mary Jane, the magic dragon, is illegal in most parts of the world because a lot of people believe that it is okay to force someone against their will. Folks, if someone chooses of their own free will to smoke pot, they are operating within the will of God. God gave them free will and you took it away. It makes no difference if you live in a democracy. One dictator or a million dictators makes zero difference in the outcome. Folks, when you make it a crime to exercise free will, you are sentencing someone to death unless they surrender, for simply making a free will choice that harms no one. This is only true for victimless crimes. If you use unauthorized force against someone, then yes, you have committed a crime. But when you make a free will choice that does not violate the fundamental truth, you are innocent. Period. End of story. A little more about force. The definition of force includes both physical force and malicious lies. For example, yelling fire in a crowded theater when there is no fire. You have forced people to make a bad decision and put them in harm's way. When you lie to someone, you take their free will by force and at a minimum have committed a sin, and in some cases a crime as well. The punishment for any crime, no matter how trivial, is death, unless the person surrenders. Folks, that is the plain and simple truth, and the only evidence you need to understand that we live in an insane world that we were tricked into creating by it. When it comes to the law, children are a special case. While they certainly deserve the same rights and privileges as everyone else, it is understood that they are still maturing and require additional protection and safeguards to ensure their safety. Parents are free to place restrictions on the children that might otherwise be considered outside of the law. If these restrictions are designed with the well-being of the child at heart, then they are okay. This is true until the child comes into their inheritance, comes of age. The law. It is not okay to force someone against their will. And as far as I can tell, it is the only law a truly civilized world really needs. Prove me wrong if you can. Another point. A corporation is not a person. It is a fictional entity created by the government and thus does not enjoy the same protection of the law and can be regulated in any manner as we see fit. Folks, if I was king, things would be a whole lot different. You can trust me on that. I urge you to spend some time looking for other examples and to consider adopting my perspective on things. All the force in the world are not so powerful as an idea whose time has come. A bit of wisdom from Victor Hugo. Okay, let's take a break and let's end with a blessing. The Nudge, how you doing? I'm doing great, and thank you for asking! I will be back with more soon, and thank you for watching.